Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the Debates and Insights channel. My name is Adrian and today I want to share an insight on how the project management discipline has evolved from its inception to the present days to help you piece together the fundamental building blocks of today's modern project management. I shall be doing a separate video on how the future of project management might look like with the rise of technology and digital, but for now, let us take a stroll through its history and its key milestones. If it's your first time here and you want to expand your knowledge on science, technology, education, culture and entertainment and learn new insights that can help your personal and professional growth, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell below so that you don't miss anything. Now you're probably wondering, what is project management? Well, let's break it down. On the one hand, we have the word project, which signifies a temporary endeavor that yields a unique output, such as a service or a product. To deliver it, you're usually constrained by factors such as time, resources, or available funds. Now, to increase the likelihood of successfully completing a project, you need to create a vision and instill in the hearts and minds of all the team members, both client and the supply chain, a sense of personal pride for the legacy that they will leave behind once that project will be completed. This will foster an environment where collaboration is the main modus operandi. Now, to put things in perspective, here are a few examples of projects. The development of a residential building or a nuclear power plant such as Hinkley Point C that is used to generate electricity. Commercial building like the Shard, which FYI is still the highest building in London, standing at 310 meters. The expansion of a tube line or the launch of a new software such as iOS 14. On the other hand, we have the word management, which is the oversight and support needed to deliver the project as per the required specs, meeting the stakeholder requirements and most importantly, achieving the much desired benefits. Now, for me, project management is both an art and as well as science. Art because it requires people to master skills such as active listening, empathy, or adaptive communication required to get all the team members to buy into the project's objectives and outcomes, and as well act as one team whilst navigating through a heap of different cultural backgrounds, personality types, and ways of working. Science because to deliver a project you need to rely on disciplines that use scientific principles such as engineering, procurement, construction, commercial, finance, or controls and performance, and as well innovative technologies such as BIM, building information modeling, blockchain, virtual and augmented reality, just to name a few, that can actually bring groundbreaking changes to how modern project management will be carried out. But more on that in my next video. Now, without further ado, join me and let us explore the exciting world of project management. We can trace its footsteps all the way back to 2560 BC when one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world was constructed, the Great Pyramid of Giza, that actually still stands today. It took 20 years to complete, and estimates show that over 6,000 workers would have been required to mount the 2.3 million stone blocks that were used during its construction. Moving forward in time, 207 BC, the Great Wall of China. It's another wonder of the world that stands witness to our innate project management abilities in a time where today's technology was not available. It was built with the assistance of 3 major team groups: soldiers, civilians, and slaves. Let's fast forward to 1896, when Karol Adamiecki created the precursor of the Gantt chart, which was named the harmonogram, which used floating bars to show tasks and resources. In 1919, Henry Gantt invented the Gantt chart. Between 1910 and 1919, Henry Gantt published quite a few books approaching topics such as industrial leadership, work, wages and profit, all culminating with his 1919 book, Organizing for Work. The Gantt chart was first used in the First World War to assist in shipbuilding, and then in 1930 during the construction of the Empire State Building, and in 1931 during the construction of the Hoover Dam. I was lucky enough to see the original Gantt chart used in 1930 for the construction of the Empire State Building during my stay in New York a few years back. You can notice on the left hand side the activity shown on a vertical axis, and on the horizontal axis the timeline by months. This was used to track when the activities will start and finish, and as well which activities are done simultaneously. This was really groundbreaking stuff. Now, all this planning process can be done far more easily through dedicated software systems such as Oracle Primavera, Microsoft Project, or Asta Power, just to name a few. Now, let's move forward to 1956, when a group of cost engineers in the USA formed the American Association of Cost Engineers, known as AACE. Today, it remains the leading professional society for cost estimators and engineers. The critical path method was developed as well in 1956 by Morgan Walker of DuPont and James Kelly of Remington Rand. Its first application was on a chemical plant maintenance project. This method is used to determine the float between activities, either free float, which represents how long an activity can be delayed without delaying the early start of its successor, and as well total float, which is the amount of time an activity can be delayed from its early start date without delaying the project finish date. In 1958, Program Evaluation and Review Technique, or PERT, was developed by the US Navy as part of US Navy's Polaris nuclear submarine project. This was used to simplify the planning process on complex projects. In 1962, another major breakthrough was the development of the Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. The US Department of Defense created the WBS in 1962 as a method to break down projects into smaller parts and organizing them into a hierarchical structure. In 1965, the first PM association was founded, called IPMA, the International Project Management Association. In 1969, PMI, the Project Management Institute, is launched with the goal of promoting project management as a discipline and as well as a profession. In 1972, Herbert Walton founded Internet UK, which later became APM, the Association for Project Management. The first project management software companies appear in 1977, like the likes of Artemis or Oracle. The genesis of earned value management, EVM, occurred in industrial manufacturing at the turn of the 20th century, being largely based on the principle of earned time popularized by Frank and Lillian Gilbreth, but the actual concept was developed by the US Department of Defense back in the 60s. In 1987, however, the earned value management is widely recognized as a method to measure the performance of time and cost in projects, and it is incorporated in the first edition of the PMBOK, the Project Management Body of Knowledge, by the Project Management Institute. In 1996, Prince2, Projects in Controlled Environment, is launched in the UK to serve as a generic project management framework. In 2001, Agile Project Management appears and it becomes widely used in the IT industry. Nowadays, mobile applications, business intelligence, and augmented reality are in trend, and project management has truly become a global profession. It's all about data and how you can transform it into actionable intelligence that enables informed decision making. This was our promenade through the key events of the project management profession. In the next video, we will get our periscope out to look outside of present times and reflect on how the future might look like and what are the trends that will change the way project management is performed. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I am keen on hearing your questions and suggestions for any milestones that you believe should be included in this long-standing history of this profession. If you haven't done it by now, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button to ensure you get looped in on all the future debates and insights. Till the next time, remember to prove your existence by thinking.